This next video is to enter properties into REI. Now we are going to have two types. There's ones that we are going to be selling, we have to sell, and then there's the other ones that they're prospects. So other different people, agents, wholesalers, different people will send us properties to see if we want to buy them. So we have to enter them so we can do our analysis. So on this one, the one that we're doing now is uh, properties that were sent to us to see if we want to buy them. So we're going to go into tools, property pipeline. So we know it's not in here because it's a brand new deal that just came to us. Now the way we are doing, I mean, it can be new and whatnot, but let's try to keep these organized a little bit and see, if we know where we got it from, we can mark it on here. But the status. So if it's one that we are looking into, you always want to put it up. It's going to be under evaluating. You can either put evaluating, and if we decide we want to proceed and make an offer, then change it from evaluating to follow up. Okay. And then deal type. What kind of deal is this? Is this a rental deal that we're going to use? A lot of the times you won't know when we're doing the analysis. So just always mark it as wholesale unless, we go ahead and say, okay, that one we could do, but as a rental or maybe a lease option. The lease option is the ones that we're selling to people with owner financing. But right now, for the time being, I can switch them. Whoever's going to be making the decision will switch. Whoever's entering it, enter as evaluating and wholesale. That's number one. So we're going to go with add a new property, and we're just going to do one that we got in, and it's 1807 Park Ridge. Excuse my background noise. One of my dogs just had puppies and they're making noise. Park Ridge Drive, Jackson, Mississippi. And the zip code. Now, sometimes they don't give us a whole lot of information on the property, and I'm trying to look on this one. It really doesn't give me, let me see. It doesn't give me the bedroom count. It just pretty much gives me the square footage and the year built. So square footage is 1313. Now, another way for me to verify all this information is I'm going to Google the address. So let me copy it. Let's Google the address. That's in Jackson. And I like to go to Zillow because Zillow gives me a lot of information if the property's been listed before or whatnot. So let's go to Zillow first. It doesn't give us the bedroom bath count on here either. So I am just gonna 1313. I'm gonna assume that it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Sometimes if I go to different websites, let me try that property again. It might actually have it. So this is a perfect example. We have to do a little bit of research to try to find it. So I'm on Zillow on another tab. Let's see if Realtor.com has it. They don't know either. So let me go back, see. I always like, if you don't have information, try a few of them. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you do find it, sometimes you don't. So we're really not getting information. So right now we don't really know what it is. I always add it as a 3, 1.5. and then we can always make adjustments later. But we're gonna save this property. And now it will give you seller information. If we have the seller information, that's fine. I rather, unless the seller is actually calling you in and saying, I want to sell my property, if somebody's sending it to you, don't put it under seller information. We're going to put it under notes. The only thing we're going to go back in here and add is the year that it was built. And that one was given to me, 1954. So every time you change things around here, it'll tell you successfully saved. There's only a few areas that it will not automatically change it. So let's go to notes and start writing some notes for me. And we're going to write, was not able to verify bed and bath count. We also want to put on here who gave us the lead. So on this scenario, we got the lead from Felicia Russell, Realtor. Lead, where'd it go? And if you have their phone number, write it, because we get them from a lot of different sources. If we do go put in an offer, we might not have it. Why did that go in there? So right now, go ahead and submit that note. We're going to add more notes after too. So next thing is go back to Zillow. And Zillow will give you some information. Make sure that she said it was 1954. Yes, it was. Now, the other thing I want to see, like this property, it does not show. It shows off the market. But if it's a property that's been listed, it will tell you down here. Sometimes you might have to go with more information. It will tell you how long has it been listed for. So you want to put on my notes, on the notes here, add a note, listed for 100 days. That's really important for me to know that information. The other thing that I always want to do is, I don't care if you screenshot it or you copy and paste it, whichever way it is, price and tax history. So I want to know when was the last time they listed it. So here, it was in 1994 it sold. So this property has not been listed since then. I wonder if I can do, maybe I can just do this. Let's see if it'll let me copy and paste. We're going to add another note. Yep. So you can just, as you can see, you just highlight it. And then you want to tell me what this is. Zillow history on sold or listed properties. So these two things are really crucial. And the other one, again, if it was listed, put on here, listed, has been listed for 130 days, 300 days, whatever it is. It's really important for me. So you submit that. The next thing is, and I will go back and check these, but this will give me, I want to start teaching you how to start doing this. So you go here. Right now we're estimating it's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and we want to get comparables. Now here it kind of like shows you the green are sale comps, stuff that have sold. Our property is right here. So more than likely we want to stay on this side of the 55 because they're more comparable. Many times when you cross over a highway, freeway, the other side is completely different. And it is on this case. So we want to stay in this section. So I would like to see How much is this property? I can click on it and look, that one's 128. It sold almost a year ago. And we can use the comparable if it's within a year. So the rule of thumb is if it's a comparable, we want to see properties that are like this one that have sold within the last year that are 200 square feet, either bigger or smaller. We want to stay within that time, within that period. Within a mile away. And I also don't want to see 10 years, more than 10 years apart. Now, anything that was built under 1950, then it doesn't matter if there's 10 years apart, no, or not. Anything over 1950 and up, we really don't want to. This house is 1954. We don't want to compare it to a house that's 1999. So 1954 to 1964 house, it's a pretty good comparable. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on proximity because I want to get the houses that are closer. Here's one that sold 3-bedroom, 2-bath. The other thing is I always try to compare the bath. I'm not so concerned over the bed, but the bath I want to try to compare it. So this one, it's only half a bath bigger. Possibly it might even be one because we don't really know. But I'm going to check on that one. It sold at $88 a square feet. We're trying to get the highest ones here. So these ones, we don't have a price what they sold, so we can't compare it. Now, when we go over a mile, the houses seem to get lower. So one of the things you can do is, if you want to get really good at comparing, here's our house. We can view the house. Hit the view button. And there's no pictures of our house. So we don't really know what we're comparing it to. If there was a picture of our house, we can look at our views, at our comparables. Let's go back up here. This one, that's a perfect comp. We can view this one. Let's see this one. Here's a picture of this house. Now, our house might need to be rehabbed. It might be outdated and whatnot. We're not concerned about that. We're concerned, is it like equal houses? If ours was getting fixed up, which it is, well, it's kind of like the same house, or is this a 2-story house and ours is not? You can't compare 2 stories to one. So this house is beautiful. It looks like it's been redone, at least the outside. And if we had a picture of ours, it would tell a little bit better. So it looks really nice inside. So that means this could be a very good comparable house to ours once ours is fixed up. So this is a great comparable. Been done. Okay. So this looks really good. That looks like a good comp. So now REI is saying, according to this comp, this property, you can offer 115 if it's equal. Well, ours is going to need some repairs. So, I always like to estimate 30,000 in repairs, so we're going to have to lower this amount. Is there any other one? Here's one at 82. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. So this could be a little, and it's a lot bigger than ours too. So this is not a very good comparable because remember, ours is 1313 square feet. This one's 1455. Is it within the 200? Yes. This one would be good, but it's a way bigger house, so this would not work. And again, I'm trying to get the highest ones. Here's one, 32. It's over 2 miles. It's kind of iffy because we're trying to stay within the 1 mile. If we had more like these ones, it'd be perfect. But we'll start going farther out. So here's another one at 84. This one is within the square footage. It is within the year built. It sold in November, so I'm going to mark that one. Let me see if I find another 80. I'm finding one, but it's 4 miles. That's way too far. 2 miles, we're kind of pushing it, but we're very close. So I'm going to leave it as is on that. And it'd also be kind of good to know the rent comps. Go to rent comps. Now, rent comps, there's not too many in this side. This is the blue ones. So we're going to hide the sell comps right now so we can just see rent. There's only two. Here's one, 356. So that's probably like a townhouse or a bedroom, one bedroom. And then this one will be another one. So that is available right now. We probably don't have too many, but let's check. Again, let's go proximity. No, they're all far away. So the next one I'm going to check is rent, the highest rents. Now, due to the fact, I guarantee all these are townhouses because they're too low. They're one bedroom, so it's not even a house. So we really don't have any comparable comps to compare it because there's nothing available. So that's a good sign because people that want to live in this area, they're going to be paying probably a little bit more because there's nothing available. So that is pretty much all you're doing. Now, what I would like to do is, let's see. So what we need to do is every time you entered one, make a note and send it over. Let me know, okay, Park Ridge has been entered. Even if it's on an email, like every hour send me the address of what's been entered. There has to be a way to send me an alert, but I have not figured that out. So if you can figure it out, that would be great. All right. Bye.